Nettie's Amazing House. Today, as a matter of fact, how you guys doing? I got a requested video that as a matter of fact, I'm the one who threw the question out there. If you'd like to see how I make my rice and peas and stored it, so you don't have to make rice and peas from scratch, you just make a big pot of the peas and you store it, separate it, store it, so that you don't have to make rice and peas every Sunday from scratch. Jamaicans, we love our tradition, rice and peas every Sunday, but this girl break that tradition a long time. We don't have rice and peas every Sunday. But today I'll show you how I make my rice and peas and stored it, separated, stored it, freeze it, stored it, so that you'll have easy, quick peas broth ready for your rice and peas. I have 2 bags of peas. These are 900 grams. I'm not sure how much I'll be using today, but you'll see. As I said, my children, I don't like too much peas in my rice and peas, but I lately discovered that they love their rice and peas with a lot of peas. So I started to use more peas in my rice and peas. So I'll probably have one of these bags plus maybe either half or a quarter of this one. So I'm gonna put my peas in the pot, wash it, and I'll show you how I start. One bag look like you could get probably maybe 3 cooks out of this. No, I'll add a few more from this bag, because they love their rice and peas to be lots of peas, and they love their rice to be red. So my mom, she loved to cook with a lot of peas also, but I could even cook my rice and peas with all probably 40 grains of peas. And okay, this is it. A lot. I use 1.5, almost an half. So I'll wash my peas and I'll be back. Now I'll add a few, about 6 heads of garlic. Or these heads are 6 pieces of garlic, and turn on my fire. As soon as this starts to boil, the peas will come to the top. And to sink the peas, you have to sink your peas, guys, because if you don't sink the peas, some of the peas will cook and some won't cook. So to sink the peas, I'll add some not warm water, either room temperature or a little bit chill cold water from the pipe, because I realized that the colder the cold water or the room temperature water, it sink the peas. If you add warm water, some of the peas will float to the top, and the ones that sit at the top will not cook evenly with the ones that sink. See, my peas, see, all floats to the top. So now I'll come to the top. I'll add my water. This looks like a lot of peas. This is a lot of peas, guys. I might have to take some out. Guys, I do not measure. So, because you want your peas to cook with salt. I love my PJs. Love, love, love my PJs. Yep. Nettie's Amazing House. Nettie's Amazing House. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, share. You. After I had my water, see how all the peas sunk to the bottom? Yep, that's what you wanted. Okay, this is the coconut milk that I'll be using. This is the powdered coconut milk, which you have to mix out in some water. If you don't mix this out, it will bubble in the pot and froth all over. So you have to mix it in water first before adding. I never used to use this coconut milk, but my mom loves using this coconut milk, and I realize it gives the your rice and peas a rich coconut taste. So I might use 1 pack or 1.5, depends. And here's my season that I'll add to the peas: red and green bell pepper, scallion, scotch bonnet, onion, thyme, and pimento. Thyme is on my side. Yes, it is. My peas. Can you see? I'll add my milk because I want my milk to cook with my peas. So I'll add it right now with my season. So this is my coconut milk. And yes, I did add the 2 packs. My friend, I'm using packed coconut milk. I know, sweetie. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. My bell pepper, scotch bonnet, scallion, onion, pimento seeds, thyme. This pot is full. And now I'll add some black pepper and a bit of all-purpose seasoning. Yes, I had all-purpose seasoning to my rice and peas. Your pot. Maybe it needs a bit more salt. Which it does. So I'll leave this to cook. Make my peas fully cooked. Almost ready. You have to say it's ready right now because the peas already cooked. But I'll just let it simmer a little bit more before I start cooking my rice. Okay, I washed my rice. Remember, when you're gonna add your peas broth to the rice, you wash your rice first and try to drain as much water from the rice as possible. See the rice? Wash. Try to get as much peas that you want in this rice and peas. I believe 3 scoops is enough. Now I'll add the liquid. Just the amount of liquid that you know can cook this rice. And I think that's enough. And I'll add a piece of butter. Butter make it taste better. This rice cooker, it will flip and go on warm even when the rice seems as if it doesn't finish cooking. All you need to do is stir the rice, cover it back. If you can flip this down again and it stays down, that's okay. Do not try to hold it down because it will burn your rice. But you just stir your rice. Use a fork, guys, that fluffs up your rice. Stir your rice and Leave it to steam. While it's there steaming, it will finish cook. Here is my remainder of broth. When this is cool, I'll show you guys how I stored it and put it in the freezer. Removing my thyme stick. And these pimento seed, my children do not like to find them in their mouth. So I'm stirring my rice for it to just sit and steam. So my peas cooled, and I'm going to bag them. I have 3 Ziploc bags. If you have containers, you could put them in your containers if you have space in your freezer. But I'll put mine in the Ziploc bag. But first, I need to take out all these sweet potato bell peppers. I remove the bell peppers and the Scotch bonnet. So you want to make sure you get enough peas. I probably get 3 sets of rice and peas out of this. My family isn't that big. My family is just 3 of us. So if your family is bigger, you could probably separate this into 2. But me, I can get 3 out of this. So I got 3 bags. I'm gonna put them in my freezer right now. And so whenever I want my rice and peas, I'll take it out. I'll take one out overnight and leave it somewhere on the counter in a container or something like that to defrost overnight. And when I'm about to cook the rice and peas, I'll put this in my rice cooker. I'll put it in the rice cooker and let it come to a boil first. Let it come to a boil. Cut up some green scallion or green onions, and maybe you could add a little bit more all-purpose season, and remember, a piece of butter, and add your rice, and there it is. Quick and easy rice and peas. Here it is. Nettie's amazing house. One love.